Welcome back to Will It Read, hosted by Infrrd Intelligent Document Processing, where we try to stump our AI-driven machine learning first solution by asking it to extract from the most complex kinds of documents. I'm Teresa, and my colleague here with me today is Rahul. A lot of property and casualty insurance companies, as well as third-party administrative companies, might resonate with what we are discussing today, as they directly handle these kinds of documents. Today, we are processing insurance documents, which are loss runs and accord forms. The key thing is half of the info is completely unstructured in an email body, and the other half is received as an attachment to the email body. As we all know, the cost of bad data is bad decisions. So let's see. Will it read? All right, Rahul, I've emailed you some documents. Let's take a look. Yeah, let's try the email submission,
Okay.
since that's kind of where the process starts. So just highlighting some key points about this. This email started from an insurance customer as a request for insurance. And then, of course, the email was circulated within the insurance company, sent to the underwriter, and circulated further where additional information was added with each email. So there's a lot of challenges in this. As an additional challenge, there are some key values that are actually cut in half, such as with the location address. So yeah, let's check this out. I think the things that we should really extract or give it a try is the submission number, maybe the location address, effective date, and I don't know, let's give it a spin.
All right. So what we're looking for is a submission number from this part of the email, and then this location address, which is essentially split between two pages. That's very interesting. All right, let's put it to test. Let me first process this email. While this processes, let's go back and understand the use case a little better. So this email was sent by ABC Associates to the Acme Insurance Company requesting for insurance of one of their locations. And they provided the location address, the liability deductibles, and additional coverage. And I see they've attached some documents as well. Would you happen to know what these documents are?
Like, I believe the use case includes accord forms and loss runs.
Right.
But again, you've never seen these documents before.
No, I've never seen. I'm just trying to see what we can extract out of these documents. So let's go back and see if it has processed it. Okay, perfect. So let's start here. So the first thing that we were able to extract was the estimated exposures. That's one key thing. Then there's a mailing address.
Oh, that's cool how the system finds the exact field.
Exactly. It also points you to where this information is present. And you talked about effective date range. So it automatically picked out the effective date range.
Do you mind zooming in a little bit there? I'd like to see that value.
Okay, let's do that.
All right.
It actually picked up the range as well. And that's pretty cool. Then the requested deductible, I'm pretty sure this is of value as far as the extraction is concerned. Then more importantly, we got the address, which was split across multiple pages.
Wow.
Yeah. Then of course there was more company who sent the request. What's the insurance type that they're requesting?
And so obviously, if this email is being circulated, that means it's really unstructured, and the variation across emails that might be received could be really infinite.
Absolutely. And that's where, we don't rely on a template or layout of that information on a document. We really try to understand the context. And I'll give you an example here. You asked for a submission number. So maybe let's ask a question to our platform to get submission number. So what's the submission number? And we can try some of these questions, and it's going to automatically extract the submission number from within the context of the email. So the submission number is right here.
Oh,
And we
awesome.
get that submission number.
Very cool.
Yeah. Awesome. So it seems like we are able to process emails and get information from within paragraphs and information which is like unstructured. There's no proper structure to this email, and it seems like it works pretty well.
What about the attachments?
All right, let's go back and take a look at the attachments. Oops. All right, so there's an accord form, which is typically a commercial insurance application. Okay. Do you want to extract something? Do you know what the fields you want out of these documents?
Let's see what we can get. Does your system need to have the documents sorted prior to submitting them to you?
That's a great question. I mean, there are multiple ways where people can submit documents to us. Some customers send us, they already know the document type, so they send us the document type with that information. If they don't know, we have a classification capability in our platform, which can not only can classify individual document types, it can also split big PDFs into smaller chunks. For instance, in this case, if they had sent the accord form and the loss runs in one single PDF, we could have used our classification engine to split those out.
What about if there's other documents that aren't loss runs or accord forms of any kind, maybe even things I don't want any processing to occur?
Yeah, I mean, we run into a lot of those cases. And typically in these cases, we classify them as others. We put everything in an others bucket. And the customers can choose if they want to classify it and train the system and make some sense out of it. Otherwise, a lot of our customers are happy because some of these big files have, pages which they do not want to process or they have nothing to do with it. All right. So we have extracted quite a bit of things from this code form. Let's try to find the agency because I feel like that's going to be the key. More importantly, this is a handwritten form, so we haven't even talked about that aspect. First of all, it's a picture and it's handwritten, but we are still able to figure out the agency.
Wow.
Yeah. Anything else? Let's try to extract let's see if we got the policy number. Perfect. So we got the policy number from this place. And one of the complexities that we run into handwriting is, especially my handwriting is really bad. So, I mean, our platform does a very good job even extracting handwritten information.
What if the agency is called something different on a different variation of an accord form or a different type of document altogether?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't matter to our platform since we are not tied to this location. Even if in future the layout of the accord form changes, the agency goes from the top left to the bottom right, we don't have to retrain our models. Our models are flexible enough to figure out the context.
Got it.
All right. So it looks like we have extracted a lot of things from the accord forms. I mean, I'm not going to go into all these details, but
Pretty good.
pretty good. Looks pretty good. All right, let's look at the third document type, which was part of your email. I'm just gonna prep my application, go back to this, and let's talk about this document type. Oh, wow, it's rotated. It has a skew.
Is that going to be a problem, you think?
Not really. We have a image pre-processing that we run every document through, and it'll take care of this queue. You'll see.
Okay.
Awesome. So loss runs. It looks like there are a lot of tabular information here. Okay. It shouldn't be a challenge since we have a table model that can extract virtually any table. And let's put this to test as well. Okay. Any complexity that you want to talk about loss runs that you've seen our customers talking about?
Well, implied tables,
Yeah.
right? I think that that's something that a lot of other solutions aren't able to handle. So how do you guys manage complex tables?
Yeah, I mean, it's the same concept. Like we every model behind the scenes has multiple algorithms that we run to extract an information from a document. That gives us high degree of confidence when it comes to extracting tables as well. Now, as you can see, there was a skew. We corrected the skew. Now it looks readable. At least I'm able to read this. Um,
I enjoyed tilting my head before a little.
yeah, that's not fun. Okay, so from a loss runs, typically what I've seen customers ask for is who generated this report, when was the report generated? More importantly, they want this tabular information. So let's go through some of the key items, like there's a report date that we extracted, then the name of the firm, which law firm is this loss run report for. So we figured out that information. There's a unique client ID, which is relevant to a lot of our customers since they get these documents from various clients. And so these are some of the key values that we could extract. Is there anything else that might be of relevance here?
I think this is pretty good.
Awesome. So now let's look at some of the tables. So now if you see, when I go to our table model, it actually was able to pick this whole table as is. We never ran this document through the platform, but we still got this table. More importantly, we have a draw table option. In case we were not able to extract this table, you can draw the table and tease the platform right then and there itself.
Interesting. Awesome.
Awesome.
Well, great. I guess we weren't able to stump the system today. But there's always tomorrow.
There's always next week. Absolutely.
Thanks for watching. Let the automation begin.